Hello everyone. In today's live stream video, I'm going to discuss reselling on the various e-commerce platforms with my guest and have him share his tips and strategies to help make us more successful and profitable resellers. If you're a reseller or interested in becoming a reseller, then you are in the right place. I'd like to say hello to a few people in chat and then we shall get started very shortly. I want to say hello to Miss Sharon, my moderator. Thank you so much, Sharon, for being here. And Beth had popped in earlier to say hello. She's busy making her dinner. So I'm sure Beth will watch the replay. So notification did go out. So we will have people loading very shortly into the chat. Like I said, I don't like to keep the people watching the replay waiting. So I'm going to get started very soon here. We'll get started with my guest and bring him on and have him introduce himself. And we have Mr. TheThriftyPickerz, sir. Why don't you introduce yourself to our people in the chat?
What's going on, everybody? I am so excited to be here with you guys tonight. My name is Trent Hale, and I go by the ThriftyPickerz right here. I actually have two channels, the ThriftyPickerz and Encouragement by Trent, and you can check out both of those. If you would subscribe to those, that would be fantastical. I make up my own words, so just bear with me. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Like I said, my name is Trent and I am a reseller. I've been reselling on and off really my whole life. And I just actually started taking it serious and selling on eBay and Amazon and Mercari and Bonanza and Facebook and so many other different platforms that I sell on. And I make as much money as I can, finding all the products that I can, and I have got some great information for you guys tonight. So tonight is going to be a fantastic show. I'm a very positive person. I am always happy. I always try to see the best side of life, and that being said, I try to bring encouragement to everybody and help everybody out. That is my main goal. The main reason that I got on YouTube was to give people inspiration and encouragement and to help people out that need help. So if that kind of stuff interests you, then go like my videos and go subscribe to my channel. And like I said, guys, I'm here for you. So if there's any questions or comments or concerns or anything like that that you ever have, all of my contact information is in my video descriptions of every one of my videos. You can contact me on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Snapchat, on Facebook. I've got a Facebook, that's my personal Facebook. It's on there. I've also got my Facebook page and my Facebook group. And yeah, guys. So like I say, I am as real and as transparent as they come. If you have a question, ask me. And if I don't know the answer, then I will find out the answer and I will get back with you. But I enjoy spending time with everybody, and I enjoy reselling. I love making money. Making money. It's fun.
Make that money.
That's
okay,
right.
A couple quick things. We had a little conversation back and forth. You said you had several businesses before you got fully committed into reselling. What kind of businesses do you have before?
I started off. I knew that I wanted to do something other than work for the man. You know, I didn't like the fact that whenever I got up every morning, I was going to go make somebody else rich. And I got to thinking about it. I was like, you know, why can't I make me rich? Why can't I just get up and go to work and make money for me and set my own hours? And you know, if you're working for somebody, then what that means to me is, and I know there's a lot of people like my wife. My wife loves to go to work for somebody else, and that's what makes her happy. And if she's happy, I'm happy. But for me personally, I don't like going into a job and then them telling you that you're only worth $15 an hour. And it just, because I mean, personally, I know that I can be worth more than $15 an hour. And it's up to me to make that decision. And if you go to a job, then they're telling you, like, you know, you're only worth $15 an hour. We're only going to pay you $400 a week. And some people like the stability of knowing that you're going to get that $400 a week. Me, I like taking the risk. I like taking the gamble. So what I did is I started up my first business was a lawn care company. And I went through and I bought the equipment and I started putting flyers out and saying, hey, look, you know, if you need your grass cut, I'll cut you a good deal. and I'll cut your grass and make it look nice. And the business started growing, and I started getting more lawns here and there, and next thing you know, it was like, I'm making pretty good money. And within 1 week's time, I had all of my equipment but one mower blow up on me and shut down on me. And yeah, so
it was all used equipment I'm taking.
It was all brand new equipment.
Oh, brand new equipment.
Yeah, and it was like God told me, he said, "Hey, it's time for you to find something else."
It's the wrong business for you, Trent.
Yeah.
I should be laughing, but I mean, I guess when you look back on it, right?
Yeah, I mean, well,
he was giving you a signal, say, "Hey, Trent, this is not for you."
Yeah, so I figured up the cost of how much it was going to cost me to get everything back up and running, and I figured, you know what, I might as well go to work for somebody else. So I did. I went back to work, and I got that hunger again to do something else. So I started up Trent's Custom Woodworks, and I was building tables and chairs and, just little side hobby type things at first. And then I had a lady come up to me, and she's like, "Hey, I need you to build me a whole bunch of picnic benches and a whole bunch of signs and all this kind of stuff." And she was paying me really well to do it. So I went full time into doing the woodworking. And then I had the opportunity to buy some land and put a house on it. So I jumped on that opportunity. Well, now I have 2 houses and 2 pieces of property, and I can't live in both. So what I did is the house that I was living in, which was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-story house on 5 acres, I'm actually renting it out to another couple now, and we moved into town. Well, the problem with all that is whenever we moved into town, I didn't have a shop to do my woodworking out of.
Okay.
So I went ahead and shut that company down and went back to work for somebody else. And which, like I say, I'm not, if you like working for somebody and you like that 9 to 5 and you like knowing that you're going to get paid the same amount, that's great. That's fantastic, because it's guaranteed money. If you show up to work, you're going to make some money, and that's great. So, but like I say, whenever you go into a 9 to 5 job, it's whatever you want to do. It's however you enjoy your lifestyle. Whatever works out best for you, I am happy for you. I really am. And I encourage you to just keep going and doing whatever it is you love. But for me, I was sitting here at the house, and I was like, you know what? I need to make some extra money. And I have an old motorcycle out here in the backyard that I have looked and looked and looked, and I could not find a gas tank for this motorcycle. So I decided that I was going to sell this motorcycle. And if I had sold it for just the way it was without the gas tank, I might have got $150 to $200 for it. And I was thinking, this motorcycle is worth more than that. Just the tires on the motorcycle are worth more than that. So what I did is I took that motorcycle all apart. I took everything off of that motorcycle, and I started putting it on eBay. And I started, look, like, this is a CDI box. This is the coil pack. This is the fenders. This is the tires. This is this and that. And I made right at $2,000 on that $200 motorcycle.
Wow.
So that's whenever I realized, hey, there's money in reselling. You just got to figure out what you're doing. And hey, Lucky Charm, what's going on, Wendy? It's great to see you, ma'am. I'm so glad you're here. But I took that motorcycle and I flipped it, and I made a lot of profit off of that motorcycle. So I went through my house and I started looking for things that I had not used in 6 months or more, things that I could resell and make money on.
Reselling 101, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Look for things in your house that you aren't using and get them listed.
That's exactly right.
Like they're here, you could sit in the closet or basement.
Yeah, if it's been sitting in your house for 6 months and you're not planning on using it anytime soon, sell it, make some money on it.
Absolutely.
And so that's what I done. I went through my house and I sold everything. And I was like, man, I need more stuff.
You that money, you take that money and purchase more stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I got to keep going. I got to keep building because I see potential here. And so that's what I've done. I sold everything in my house, and I was like, I got to get more stuff. I got to find more things to sell. So the best thing that I could come up with was, I love going to yard sales. I love visiting with people, and it makes my day going to a yard sale and just visiting with somebody and, bringing encouragement to them and trying to make their day better and getting a good deal all in the same time. Man, you can't beat it. So I
That's where I was
started,
going to go. And I talk about that all the time. And I talk about networking. And that's kind of sort of like networking, but it doesn't hurt you. Like I always say, it doesn't hurt you to be nice to people. I mean, I'm not going to say the word because supposedly YouTube doesn't like that. But with what's going on in the world today, be nice to people. I mean, ultimately, you're trying to get a good deal.
yeah,
So, maybe you'll see something and the person will say, oh, that's $25.
yeah,
You breaking up a conversation. How you doing? It's a beautiful day today. The sun's out. Got a little bit of rain last night, but it's great that the sky's cleared up and really happy for you. You're going to make a lot of money today. And then
yeah,
maybe you put like a little bundle together. You take this, that, and this and other thing. And then you make an offer, like a low ball offer, but not like crazy low ball.
yeah.
And then you build up that rapport with the person that's selling the stuff. And hopefully from building that rapport, you get a better deal.
That's right. That's exactly right. So I started flipping these yard sales, going to yard sales, and I would make me a spreadsheet of all the yard sales in the area. And I would figure out what would be the best route to go to get to the best stuff first, because you've got to be first or you're last. Either you get the good stuff or you don't.
Well, that's the other thing too. When they always say no early birds, guess what? There's always early birds. I have never been to a yard sale or garage sale where there were not early birds.
Yeah.
So I try to get there at least 15, 20 minutes early, and I'll sit in my car.
Yeah.
And then if I see people start pulling up and walking, I go, whoa, 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 whoa. And I don't move very quickly anymore, but I'll get up there real quick.
Yeah, that's right. But I'll get to these yard sales, and then first thing I do is my personality. I'm just an outgoing person. Okay. I'm very verbal, and I love visiting with people, and my wife is complete opposite. She likes to not be seen. She don't want to be heard. And whenever we go to these yard sales, I'm like, good morning, everybody. How's it?
And she's probably embarrassed, right? If she's with you, she's probably like covering her face. And
yeah. And now she's to the point she just ignores me and goes
on. Used to it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody's usually they stop and they look at me like, well, good morning. How are you doing? I'm fantastic. It's a beautiful day. And they're like, it's raining. I was like, I know, but it's going to be a fantastic day. So, but that's just my personality. And that's one of the things that people remember about me is, hey, you're the eBay guy, or hey, you're the YouTube guy. And I'm like, yeah, how do you know? Who are you? Oh, I seen you at a yard sale 6 months ago. Remember? And I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember. I remember you had the such and such or whatever. And, but I just get in there and I visit with people. And that's one of the best ways that I found to negotiate price is you get in there and you visit with them and you kind of get to know who they are and you find out the reason that they're having the yard sale. Because I've been to a lot of yard sales, like one in particular that comes to mind. This lady had cancer and she was raising money for her doctor bills. And I get it. I completely understand. We've dealt with cancer and sicknesses and stuff like that in our family too. And so whenever she was like, okay, I asked her, I said, how much do you want for this GoPro camera? And because I had been looking for one, and she said, how about $30? And I gave her 75 for it.
Yeah, and you got to be fair. I mean, if you have a heart, you got to be fair.
And I told her, I said, well,
that's probably worth like, at least 4 times that. So I'll give you 75.
Yeah. Right. And I told her, I said, here's the deal. I said, I understand what you're doing. I can't afford much, but I can help you out as much as I can. And I bought a few things from her, and the GoPro was the only one I needed, but I did buy other stuff just to help her out.
Right.
And that's what it's all about, is just making a connection and, trying to help people out the best you can. But in the long run, you're in it to make money. And if you can't walk away with the deal, walk away. I mean, it's as simple as that. You don't have to buy something every time.
Sure, you're not obligated. Yep.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I found so many different things and so many different niches and genres that with my eBay and my Amazon and my Bonanza and my Facebook, my Macari, all the platforms that I sell on, I try to broaden my horizons, I guess you could say. There's some people that deal just in glassware. There's some people that deal just in plush and stuffed animals and stuff like that. And that's fantastic. If that's what stick with it, go with it. But always educate yourself on other things too. Because if you go to a yard sale or somewhere like that and you walk past like silver or you walk past the plush and you're like, I don't know how much that would go for. You may have just walked by $100 stuffed animal, and you don't know. So educate yourself. Take the time to learn the different things. And there's things that I know that are worth money that whenever I walk by it, I get super excited because I look at the price and realize that how underpriced it is, and realize that, hey,
Sure.
they only have $9 on this and I can sell it for 200. And of course, I'm going to pick it up. If that's what they're asking for, I'll pay the price they're asking.
Right.
Now, there are other times whenever you go to a yard sale and they're about the same price as I would sell it for on eBay or Amazon or somewhere like that, then what I will do is I will say, hey, will you take such and such for this? And they'll either say yes or no. And you can always ask. And I have made people mad. I have. And
I've actually gone and say, hey, you know, that's kind of retail price. You know, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm a reseller. I sell on eBay, and what you're selling that for is it's more than what it's selling for on eBay. I can give you X amount of dollars.
That's right.
Take it, they leave it, they'll you walk away. You know, harm, no foul. You know.
That's right. One of my
analogy for you. By the way, I'm forgetting.
Go ahead.
Okay. You reminded me, and I'm going to use another sports analogy. You took that golf ball and you teed it up really high for me when you're talking about sourcing and finding things at yard sales. We had a little pre-chat. Once you drop a pro tip on us, a little bolo that we were discussing earlier about your crafting supplies that you picked up today.
Oh yeah, yeah. We went to a thrift store this morning after our morning show. We have a morning show every Monday through Friday. It's on Johnny's channel, the Cajun Roots Resellers channel, and every Monday through Friday from 9 Eastern till whenever you can catch us. And we would love to have you. If you want to promote your channel or drop your links or whatever, you're more than welcome to do so. But we actually went to a thrift store this evening after we got done with the morning show, and I found some cricket stuff like this. My green screen's messing up, but what this is it's just a scraper. It's a peeling tool for, like, if you're pulling off labels. And it came with this piece right here, which is just like a Scotty peeler.
Yes.
But it's metal, and they are fantastic. I paid $1.99 for these. They are Cricut brand, and if you get a chance to buy Cricut stuff, I don't know if you know anything about Cricuts, but a Cricut is a craft machine. And if you can find the Cricut machine itself, you can make a lot of money off the Cricut machines.
I know the ones that chirp at night in my yard, and I also have Cricut service for my cell phone, which is baby AT&T. But I didn't know the Cricut that you were talking about, so I wanted you to share that with our viewers.
The Cricut, what it is it's a machine about this big, and it cuts vinyl, and you can make logos and decals and stuff like that with it.
Okay.
A lot of people use them for, like, the back windshields of vehicles.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that. That you can make T-shirts, you can make hats, you can put any kind of logo on just about anything. And I mean, the little cups, the tumbler cups that you see, the lettering on them, those were made by Cricuts.
Okay.
And yeah, so there's a lot of people that use these Cricuts, and there's a lot of people that want to get into crafting and do that. So what you can do is, if you find the Cricut machines, which I've been buying them anywhere from $5 to $30, you can turn around and sell them anywhere from $100 to $250.
Wow.
So you can make $100 profit on it fairly easy.
Okay. Now, do they come, I guess, with various parts? So you kind of have to do your research. You have to kind of know what's included typically with the machine.
Yeah. Well, there's several different styles of machine. There's like the Cricut Explorer, the Cricut Explorer 2, the Cricut Expression. And it's just
like a core company.
Yeah, different names mean
the different models,
different levels,
right.
And, what each one of them will do. But like the Cricut Cake, it's the most generic one, and what it's for is it will actually cut out the fondant for the cakes, and where you can lay it over the cake, and but it will also do paper and vinyl and stuff like that too.
Okay.
And I've been picking them up for $5 a piece, and I've picked up 3. And I've sold them for $100 a piece. So that's $95 profit. And I sell them on Facebook Marketplace. And the reason is because I don't have to pay shipping. I just have them come to the house and pick it up and pay me the cash. And it's, like I say, it's super simple to do. And anyway, but if you get a chance to find the Cricut tools and stuff like that, like the stuff that I paid $1.99 for, if you go retail and buy it, it's $30. So, I mean, it's not a super great profit, but that's a pretty good profit.
Now the machines, they're relatively heavy. And again, I'm going to have Sharon on in February sometime, and she's really into Facebook Marketplace, and she ships a lot of her things. I mean, I'm guesstimating. I would say she probably ships 95% of the things that she sells on Facebook Marketplace. She ships, and the buyers pay shipping. So is it very heavy? Is that why you don't bother with shipping it? You just do local pickup?
Most of the time, if it's something big, something that's heavy, then I'll sell it on Facebook, and I'll just do local pickup. Okay. And, I'll advertise it in all the Facebook groups and everywhere that I can. And sometimes you ask permission. Sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness, but you just post it in there anyway. And if they will allow it, then they will go ahead and permit it to be posted. If they don't want it in their group, then they will just reject it and it won't go in. But yeah, you get a lot of people's views on Facebook because they want to shop on Facebook and they don't want to shop on eBay. And it's a whole lot easier to ship the heavier items.
True.
I mean, it's a whole lot easier to sell the items if they come to your house and pick it up and you don't have to pay shipping. If you were to ship one of those, you're looking at probably $25 to $30 to ship.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you're going to make $100 profit, then you can still ship it on eBay and you can still make some money.
Right.
But it's just, you'll pocket more money if you'll do it through Facebook.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
yeah, like I said, I mean, and I didn't even know. I mean, I always assume, you heard about Facebook Marketplace. I always assume, you meet people in parking lots. Back in the day, you want to be safe, and now with everything else that's going on, you have to be extra safe. But meet like a police parking lot, or meet at a convenience store parking lot, or a Walmart parking lot where there's a lot of people around. But now, what Sharon's telling me, like that, the vast majority of what she sells on Facebook Marketplace is shipped, and the customer pays for shipping.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. And that's one of the best ways to do it too, is if you're just getting started and you don't understand a whole lot about shipping, don't charge free shipping. Make the buyer pay shipping, and usually do calculated shipping, because that way, if you're say I live in Texas, okay. I didn't know if you could tell by the accent or not, but I live in Texas.
I was going to get into that a little bit, but I figured since you didn't share, and I don't know if you want to share, Southern Texas, I believe, right?
Yeah, I live in Southeast Texas.
Southeast Texas, okay.
And but if say you're shipping something from here to Louisiana, which is the next state over, and it may only cost $15 to ship it, but if you're shipping something from here to New York or here to California, it may be $30 to ship it. And if you charge them a flat rate of $15, then you're going to have to come up with the extra $15 to ship it, unless you do calculated shipping. If you do calculated shipping, wherever the buyer lives, it automatically figures up the price for you, and it will charge them however much it is to ship it. So it's covering you, and you're not out any extra cost. And I have come to realize that whether you're doing free shipping or you're doing buyer pay shipping, you're still going to make sales. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if the
it's funny, back in the day, you used to say, if you have free shipping, you do so much better. And again, I have a friend who's frugal like me, and he always says he sorts by best price, including shipping. But I mean, I don't know how many people do that. I really don't know. I mean,
well, the way my wife does it, she'll get on eBay and she will click the free shipping option.
That's what I'm saying. Some people just look for free shipping, and you might be paying more because it might be cheaper to pay for shipping plus whatever the price of the item is.
That's what I've been trying to explain to her. It's like,
there's no such thing as free shipping. At least there shouldn't be. I mean, if the reseller is smart enough.
If this water bottle costs me $2 to ship it, and I'm charging you $5 for the water bottle, and altogether it comes to $7, but I'm going to offer it for free shipping for $10, then I'm going to charge you $3 more for this bottle if I have to ship it for free.
True.
And I mean, that's just, if you'll notice, a lot of buyers do that, and they will go through there and they'll click free shipping, and then they'll pay more than what they should have paid for the item, even if you counted it in the shipping. So, I mean, it is what it is. There's people do whatever they want to do, and some people can't be taught. So it is what it is. But I mean, and that's okay, because it's more money in our pocket. If they have a diehard way of doing something, and that's the way they're going to do it, then let them do it and just charge them a little extra.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. Two things real quickly. Back in the day, first class was first class was first class. Now, first class is weight plus distance.
Right.
So, and I always use 90210. See, I'm on the East Coast. I'm just east of Philly in New Jersey. So I always put 90210 because I'm older than you. Back in the day, there was Beverly Hills 90210. So I knew that was Beverly Hills. So if I'm shipping from, southern New Jersey to across the country, I'll put 90210 and say, what would it cost me to ship this cross country? And then I would come up with that price. I just like using fixed pricing. I mean, it makes it easy for me, but calculated shipping works too. You just got to be careful because I call eBay glitch pay a lot. Sometimes you got to be real careful with eBay. Sometimes you get charged incorrectly for shipping.
That's right. Real quick, Wendy said, nice piano, Trent, back here.
You got to play some a little bit later, right?
That is actually not my piano. I appreciate it, but it's not mine. It's actually my green screen. I can change my background to whatever I want it to look like. For instance, if y'all want to see my truck, I will show you a picture of my beautiful truck. It's a fantastical truck. See how fast I went outside?
Yep.
That was quick, wasn't it? But that's my baby. That's my pickup. But yeah, anyway, Pat D said that I sold him a lunchbox. And man, I hope you were happy with the lunchbox. I hope it arrived safely. I tried to get it out, shipped to you as fast as I could. And I tried. That's the number one thing with me. I always try to take care of my customers.
Well, Pat and I know each other. He's about 2.5, 3 hours, I guess, northwest of me.
Northwest? Yeah, he's a good dude. I like Pat. He's a pretty cool guy.
Right. Yeah. Pat probably got some snow. I didn't get any. We were supposed to have snow Monday. We're supposed to have snow and freezing rain and sleet. I didn't get anything on Monday. And we're supposed to have some more tonight. We're not going to get any tonight. So I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
I don't have to shovel snow.
It's 80 degrees here. So.
It's 80 where you are?
Yeah.
Sharon told me in Texas the weather's been crazy. One day it's 50 some degrees, the next day it's like 75 degrees.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's like day before yesterday, it was like 39 degrees in the morning and 60 in the evening, and now it's like 80, 81.
Right. So they had snow in Las Vegas. I mean, in Las Vegas proper, not up in the mountains and summer.
Yeah.
Snow in Las Vegas.
That's right.
In the desert. Go figure.
But I mean, the weather down here is crazy. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes we get hurricanes, sometimes we get droughts. I mean,
right.
That's what it is. But yeah, I enjoy selling online. This has been probably the most enjoyable business model that I've had. And it's because, first of all, I get to go visit everybody. I'm not tied down to where I have to go build this product or go cut this person's grass or whatever. If I want to go shopping, which I love going shopping, then I take the day and go shopping and find stuff. And it's a hunt because there's so many different products you can make money with. So go out there and just enjoy shopping and spending the time with your family, your friends, whatever. And your best friend is this guy right here, because with the eBay app, you can scan the barcodes on things and see how much they're actually selling for, to see if you want to buy it. See if you got to figure in shipping and see how much it's going to cost you to ship it.
Yep.
And but scanning
something includes free shipping. And again, like I said, there's no such thing as free shipping. You got to factor it in. And I always remind everybody, and most of the people in this chat are experienced resellers, but occasionally I have some. I'm trying to market my show a little bit more to the newer sellers too. But you got to remember, you're paying commission on the shipping as well, because I always talk about back in the day how resellers thought they'd be sneaky and they would charge $1, $2, or $3 for something, and it charged like $24.99 shipping, and eBay said no, we're not going to let you do that. You're going to pay a final value fee on shipping. So, and again, reminder guys, check your listings. Shipping went up again, technically Sunday for this past Monday.
Yeah.
So again, shipping went up again in this past week, Monday. So check your listings, make sure you're charging enough for shipping. If you have free shipping, make sure you factor that in your cost as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a reminder.
The thing about all my products is I've got them. I didn't have to change any of my product listings, and I didn't have to go up on my prices, and that's fantastic, because now the competition that did have to go up on their prices, I'm lower than them, and that means I'm going to make more sales. But
well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
But the thing is, like, if you're going out and you're sourcing for products, you got to make sure that you're going to make enough profit to cover the cost of the purchase of the product, your shipping fees, your eBay fees, however much eBay is going to take out of your account for that. And then you want to have enough profit left over for it to be worth it. There's been times that I've went in and I'm like, you know, I could make $10 on this. And then after I take the shipping costs out, and after I take eBay costs out, I'm only making $2 on it. Is it even worth me purchasing it, or should I just skip it? And
well, it's going to turn over like in an hour. If you make $3-4, and you buy like 10 of them, and you can make boom, 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 boom. But if you're going to sit on it for a month or 2 months or 3 months and make $2, it's not even worth your time to list it.
That's right.
I always talk about back in the day, and Jason's working with a full-time job now, as well as doing reselling. So he's working with Amazon, but he used to always talk about, VOT, or value of your time. So again, you always got to consider, is it worth me listing something? I'm going to make $2 or $3 and it's going to sit, or do I have a minimum, return on investment I want to make? I know I talk about Bill and Norman and Frog that's been on the show, and we used to do a show together, and we'll probably do a show again. But we always talk about, they want to have a minimum, gross profit. So they want to like quadruple their money. So if they do a lot with jeans. So let's say they pay $5 for a pair of jeans. So they want to be able to list it for $25. They want to quadruple their money, and then factor in a little bit of money for if they want to send out offers to watchers and take best offers, et cetera, et cetera. So their bottom line is that if they can't sell for something for $25, they're not going to touch it with a pair of jeans. So, I mean, that's good philosophy.
That's right, absolutely. And like you say, if you can buy 50 of them and make $2 on each one of them, then yeah, it's going to be worth it, because you're going to make $100 altogether.
Right.
So I mean, it just you got to kind of weigh it and see whether or not it's worth it or not. So it's all strictly up to you. I mean, however you want to do it. I mean, it's your eBay, your sales, your store. So, but yeah, like I say, I enjoy doing the reselling. I love going to the yard sales and the thrift stores. And I've actually gotten into doing some liquidation and some wholesaling.
Are you reading my mind?
Yeah.
That was one of the things. That was one of my next topics. What I was going to ask you as far as the various ways that you source.
Yeah.
That was one of my questions. I asked you about your business model, and then my next question was, how do you source? Yard sale, thrift stores, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, liquidation, wholesale auctions. Why don't you go a little bit into the various ways you source?
All of the above.
All the above.
My favorite is going to the yard sales.
Okay.
I love, the fact is, you can get stuff a whole lot cheaper at a yard sale and make more money. But yard sales, like right now, are slowed down, and there's not really that many yard sales going on. So you have to find other ways to make money. And one of the ways that I am finding right now is retail arbitrage, and going into the stores and finding things that are clearanced out, or seasonal items that are just, they're trying to get rid of or whatever. And I will go in there and I will take the Walmart app, is my favorite app in Walmart, and which I guess would make sense. And you just scan the products and you just go through there and just start scanning stuff. If you want to sell toys, go to the toy aisle. If you want to sell clothes, go to the clothing aisle and just start scanning the barcodes, because a lot of times you will find stuff that is clearanced out in the store, but it has not made it to the clearance. The manager has not put the tag up there yet. So you will find products and stuff that is clearanced out that you can make money on, but nobody knows about. So, and the best thing to do is just keep it a secret and don't tell nobody. Because if you do, then you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, and you're going to
tell anybody.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
I mean,
I've known a few YouTubers that have lost friendships over this.
Yeah.
So they're out doing RA, and they loose lips sink ship, so to speak. And they told, quote unquote, a reselling friend, and they wiped out the market and tanked the price, and they were out of luck.
I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Lindy Glenn.
Lindy Glenn. I met Lindy Glenn at my first eBay Open. I've known Lindy for quite some time, but I met her at my first eBay Open person.
Fantastic person. Mm-hmm. She talks too much. She even put out a video over it about, she went to the Dollar Tree and found this particular item that she was making a lot of money on. She was selling it for like $19 a piece.
That's
And
no.
And she was like, yeah, it's fantastic, guys. You can get it at your local Dollar Tree. And she said she went back to her Dollar Tree and they were sold out. They didn't have any more.
It's probably all over eBay and all the other marketplaces, and it's probably selling it for, like $15 or $16. So they raced to the bottom.
She ended up going back to her eBay store and looking, and that's what all of her followers had done, is they had all went to the Dollar General or the Dollar Tree or whatever it was, bought all these products, and then they started undercutting her. And then the price went all the way down to like $5 a piece. So now there's too much competition, and she couldn't make any money with it. So, I mean, she lost out in the honey hole.
Absolutely.
So you just
I shouldn't be laughing at it, but it happens, believe me.
Yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to Shamrock Pixie. What's up, Dez? It's glad to see you. Glenn is in the house. Swamp Picker. What's up, buddy? The Bargain Effect, Mr. Tommy. What's up, dude? It's good to see you, man. Jules is in the house. I appreciate you being here, ma'am. Philly Picker, what's going on, bro? Yeah, guys, I'm so thankful y'all showed up. You guys are fantastic. And don't forget to smash that like button. Come on now, hit that like button for him. But yeah.
How much liquidation do you do? Do you and again, I guess that depends on, again, with what's going on in the world and with shipping and everything, and that's another issue too. And I talk about my health issues, and eventually property taxes are very high here in New Jersey. So eventually I want to move down to Delaware, the property taxes are quite a bit less. And so I move an hour and a half or 2 hours south of here, property taxes are less than a quarter of what they are in New Jersey. But what I've been doing is trying to research some local liquidation places, in Philadelphia area, whatever. Do you have some in your area? Because that kind of kills the deal a lot of times if you have to pay for shipping. If I'm buying something that has to be shipped cross country or shipped from Chicago or shipped from, everybody talks about via trading. Via trading now is on one of those, reality shows, and and they charge, shipping cross country costs you a fortune.
Right, it does. It's expensive. And a lot of times the shipping will make the difference on whether or not you're going to make a profit.
Exactly.
And if you've got to pay $500-600 in shipping, then you might as well just not even do it, because all your profits going right down the drain. And with me, with the liquidation, I've actually tried a couple different companies. And the first company I tried, it was everything was going good for the first week or so. Once I got everything listed, and I sold, probably a third of them, my items, and the rest of them are still sitting on my shelf. And the reason is because the company that I've sourced from, that I bought the products from, so does everybody else. And the word got out that this company was fairly big, and they done a good job on getting you the products, and you don't have to worry about peeling labels off of 300 products, and you can list them.
Yeah, they're like Amazon returns with all the labels and everything. Yep.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about all that kind of stuff with this company. They give you good products that you can sell, but the problem is everybody else sources from this company too. So they have mouthwash and makeups and different things like that. I'm still selling the stuff, but it's taken a month to 2 months.
With more competition, it becomes a race to the bottom, like you said with Lindy, with the things that she dropped about the Dollar Tree, and then people drop the prices, and then it's
right.
A lot of competitors too.
Right. The best way that I found to resell and to make money is to actually figure out what it is that you want to sell, and contact the manufacturer, contact the company themselves
directly. Yep.
And a lot of times you've got to have a business entity. You've got to have your EIN.
License, right, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, you got to have all your
ducks in a row. Yep.
And that way you can actually start selling their product. And if you get in with them, then you can get it cheaper than everybody else can, and you can actually start selling the product. But then you also got to keep your mouth shut and don't tell everybody where you're getting it. Because if you start sourcing from that company, then everybody else will start sourcing from that company, and that runs the prices down.
Right.
And there's too much competition all on the one product.
Right.
So, I mean, it's harder to find a good company that you can source from and keep that contract with them. Once you do, you need to do your best to keep it with them, because I mean, if they're your bread and butter, then you want to, keep them in good standing, and you don't want to mess them around. So just take care of them and treat them right. And that's the best way that I've found so far, is to find some replenishables, some things that you can keep selling over and over, and you can keep making money. And
the old refunds, yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say your percentage? I mean, again, I don't need the exact percentage. I mean, do you do 20% wholesale? I mean, what kind of percentage of your business is wholesale?
Right now, probably 15 to 20%.
That's great. That's great.
So I mean, like I say, most of my stuff.
You're selling replenishables, like they're turning over relatively quickly.
Yeah, that's right. And I make roughly anywhere from 10 to 30 sales a day, something like that.
Okay.
And which, like, I'm just getting started, so I'm excited. I mean, we've got nowhere to go but up. So I have come a long way from where I was. Whenever I first got into selling, I was nervous. I didn't understand shipping at all. I'd never shipped anything in my life. And yeah, I was just nervous about it. And I didn't know what I was getting into. And I got to thinking about it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try this, because the worst case scenario, if you're a new beginner and a new seller and you're wanting to get into reselling, the worst case scenario is if something bad happens, you're going to have to refund the buyer the money. And
right.
So start off small. Don't start selling $200-300 items, because if something happens and it gets damaged in transit, or it gets lost or whatever, and you have to fork out that $200 or $300. That's hard on the pocketbook whenever you're starting out. So start out with $20 items. That way, if something happens and you send the product over there and it doesn't arrive, or it's damaged or whatever, and they say, hey, this thing is messed up, I want my money back, then you can afford the $20 a lot easier than you can the $200. So start off small and kind of get the feel for the shipping and the way the return.
The way it works, returns work, right? And be very careful with Amazon.
Yes.
I tell people, I mean, when I first started, I was always, hell's bells. I was going to do Amazon. It's like, wow, this is really difficult to learn. There's not much margin on this. It's like, wow, there's a lot of competition. So then I went to eBay, and then I had, had to learn, like I said, sell inexpensive things, and learn about shipping, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, that's the way you learn. Yeah. And then obviously add more platforms, like you said, like you're on about 5 or 6 different platforms now.
Yeah,
so that you gotta be careful too, because you can get suspended, or you get permanently banned from a site. You get banned from Amazon. You get banned from eBay. You can get suspended temporarily. So don't have all your eggs in one basket, so to speak.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason why I sell on all these different platforms. Is I've had some friends of mine that sold on Amazon. One in particular, he was making a lot of money selling on Amazon, and he was doing it the wrong way. He was doing the drop shipping.
I had somebody contact me through this page. I have a email for this account. Yeah. It's like, whoa, drop shipping. Like, delete. No way I'm getting involved with drop shipping.
Yeah.
No way got there.
There is a way you can do the drop shipping where it's good. Oh, it's okay. Right. But you got to have permission through the manufacturers, through them. And if you contact the manufacturer and you tell them, hey, look, this is what I want to do. When a customer comes to me and buys the product, I'm going to turn around and buy it from you. You just ship it to them. And if you can get the okay through the company, and you can trust that company, because that's the main thing. You've got to have them ship the product in a timely manner to your customer. And but he wasn't doing all that. He was just going through like Walmart and Home Depot and places like that, and just buying the stuff and sending it to the customer. And Amazon caught up with
now with what's going on with postal service. I mean, it's insane. I don't do a huge amount of volume. I mean, ideally, I want to do a lot more, and I talk about my health a lot, but I want to gear up and do more volume. But anyway, long story short, I'm in the process of trying to buy a new used car, so to speak. My car is like 15 years old, my SUV. So and it's falling apart. So I need a new used SUV. So anyway, I got something from a current deal. I had my major service done, and it says do this by January 2nd. Once it's got it on January 25th, it's a postcard.
Yeah.
3 weeks after the fact, when it was supposed to have almost a month, when it should have arrived here. Should arrived here, not arrived. Not even a word. Arrived here. I'm making up words like you, Trent. Arrived here. But yes, I mean, I guess there's just tons of packages and letters and things. They're just sitting in some of these post offices.
Yeah, that's
exactly. You would have thought a month after Christmas they would have it all straightened out by now.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't expect to get a package 2-3 weeks later after you ordered it, and that's the problem with drop shipping.
And if people request refunds, and then eBay 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna refund the money. They're gonna make you refund the money. Yeah. And then you're out of luck because you got to eat it, and then the customer gets it. Is the customer going to be honest and say, "Hey, Mr. Smith, I got the product. I really want to pay you for it," or contact eBay. I want to pay the seller for it. A lot of times they won't. They'll get, "Oh, I got two. Yeah, got it for free. I got another one." I mean, it's not the right thing to do, but it happens.
That's right. And for instance, well, like Tommy said, the bargain effect. He said, always keep money in your reserve for returns. That's right.
Business.
Whenever, it's a business model. You got to make sure that you've got the money in there, so in case something happens, that you can cover it. Because you don't want to put yourself in a bind. Whenever you start growing your business, set aside money, and just for that. And at the end of the year, if something happens, and leave a little bit of that money in there and take some of it out and go purchase more products. And I mean, just set that money aside each week or each day, however you get paid, and just leave it there, forget about it. And I mean, if nothing else, tax season comes, you're going to need money for taxes too. So you've got a little extra tax money if something happens. You know what I mean? Right. So just always cover yourself, and it's going to be fine. You're going to do great. So you can do it. I got faith in you. I know you can do it.
Do you do auctions at all? Do you get involved in either online or in-person auctions?
I've done a few auctions with other people. Auctions really.
When I say auctions, I mean like physical auctions where you go in, you buy a lot of this, you buy a lot of that, or you buy online, you buy lots for reselling.
Well,
I'm talking about YouTube auctions.
Yeah, there's a place that I go to. It's actually open every Saturday from 11 to 4, and it just depends on which Saturday is the Saturday that I go, because they have like 1 week it'll be livestock stuff, and it'll be like
really the livestock. Okay, well, that's right. You're in Texas, so it's a little different.
And then the next week it'll be merchandise, and it'll be kitchen items and things like that. And so yeah, I go there sometimes, and it just depends. Like there was this one lady, so funny. There was a box of it was shredded paper.
Right.
Okay? And they started the bid off at $3. And I was like, I can use that for packing, and I can put it around my products whenever I ship it out. I'm not going to spend a whole lot on it. And so I bid $3 on it. And she looked at me and she gave me the dirtiest look, and she bid $5 on it. I was like, okay, I see how this is going to go.
Oh, there we go.
So I was like, let's do this. Because first of all, she has no idea how much money I have. Mm-hmm. And I've got enough money that I could have spent, $500-600 on that box of shredded paper. So I'm sitting here and I give her a dirty look, and I'm like, I give her the meanest look I can with not smiling, but and so I bid $10 on it, and she bid $20 on it. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So I got her up to $125.
You dropped it on her,
and I was like, okay, I'm out. I don't want it. And what she done, and she's like, wait a second. I said, you just spent $125 on a box of shredded paper. And she was like, I can't believe you. And I told her, I said, look, I'm a nice guy. If you will split that box of paper with me, I will split the cost with you. And she said, no, it's mine. I bought it. And I was like, okay. I was just trying to help you out, but it was my fault. I run the price up on her so high, but it was fun. Right. You had a good time. She had a good time too. She thought it was funny after it was all said and done. But
I would have thought it was funny if I paid $25 for a box of shredded paper.
But yeah,
let's get to some of my other questions here. Do you do best offers? You pad your listings so you can have best offers on your listings?
I do best offers, and the reason is because some of my products I know are a little high, And if like I've got a baseball bat that I paid 99 cents for, it's still brand new. It's in the saran wrap, and I've got it listed at like 55, 60 bucks, something like that. And it's just a regular old bat. It's nothing real fancy.
Right.
And a guy offered me 40 something, 41, $42 for it. And I took it. And because like I said, I'm only $1 into it. It's only going to cost like $7 to ship it. So, I mean, that's pretty good profit. But yeah, I do accept offers most of the time. And something else too, with the eBay algorithm, I have come to realize that if you wake up in the morning and you have an offer for something, and even if it's a fairly low offer, if you will accept that offer early in the morning, then you will make more sales throughout the day. It's like eBay kind of like promotes your business, like, hey, this guy's selling stuff early this morning. We're going to put him out there, and they will actually show your items to more people. And as far as I know, now that's the experience that I've had.
Right. One of the things I tell people, and again, like I said, I've been doing this now for, I guess, almost 4 years now. When I first started out, I had like auto decline on offers. So I learned a long time ago, it's like, no, you don't do that, dummy. You want to respond because eBay sees it as activity on your account. So even if they come like a lowball offer, if you have something listed for $30 and they offer you $3, counter at $27, counter at $25. eBay likes that activity. So you go back and forth, that's activity on your account.
That's
so
right.
Just don't automatically decline offers. I mean, it takes your time, but what does it take you? A minute, 2 minutes to respond to an offer?
That's right. Reseller Rowboat, what did you say her name was? Beth? Beth, I live in a little town called Kuntz, Texas. It's about 30 minutes north of Beaumont, Texas. And it's crazy weather. Swamp Picker said he just sold an item for $14, had $20 in it, or he had 50 cents in it, and that's a pretty good profit, buddy. That's pretty good.
Absolutely.
If you can make any kind of money on it, that's good. Let's see here.
How about offers to watchers? Do you get involved in that? A lot of my solar friends say that's a game changer. They have a set time every day. They look at their offers, from the watchers, and they send them out. And that's just, again, that's activity on your account. And again, eBay likes when you sell stuff. Like I said, they promote your product more. He likes that. The algorithm likes that activity.
Yeah. I will go through just about every day. Not every day, but mostly every day. And I will check and see how many people are watching my products.
Right.
And I will send out offers to them, usually at 15%. And that way, because 10% is okay. I mean, it's really easy to figure up the 10%. Plus, whenever you go in there to send the 15% to the watcher, then it makes them think that they're getting a better deal, and they are getting a better deal. And 9 times out of 10, if you will send them an offer, they will accept it, and they will be excited about getting it cheaper than what originally was. So, I mean, if they're watching it at normal price, and you say, "Hey, look, I would like to offer it to you for this amount of money," then they will usually jump on it and say, "Okay, good," if they have the money and if they have the time. But what's up, Landshark Pickers in the house? What's going on, buddy?
The comedy portion of our show from Craig. See his comment?
If you would buy something from my store, that would give me some activity.
Gotta have Craig in your chat for comedy relief.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, drop your link, buddy. Let's see if we can get you some stuff sold.
There you go. Okay. Promoted listings. Do you or do you not do promoted listings?
I do promoted listings.
What do you do as far as a percentage? Are you of the school? You do 1 or 2% or 3%, or do you do recommended by eBay, or what's your philosophy with promoted listings?
Well, what I do is probably different than everybody else.
Okay. Well, that's why I have you here to share what you do.
And maybe one of the reasons why I make so many sales, because originally I started out with, I started out with 0 products, and then I grew it all the way up to around 450 to 500 products. And eBay's like, hey, they give me 3,000 listings. And they said, you're doing so good that we want to boost you and give you 3,000 listings. And I was like, okay, great, that's fine. And so, but I'm actually down to like 240 something products now. And it's because I'm selling the stuff faster than I can source it.
That's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is a problem though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Figure out to sell. But what I do is, like, whenever I go in and I create the listing, and it like says eBay suggests 4.1% or whatever, I will go in and I will put 4.2% in.
Okay, so you basically use their suggested listing and just tweak it a little bit higher.
Yeah, just like usually 1%, 2% higher than whatever they suggest. And I have come to realize that if you do that, and then you go back and you look at your product and you just randomly type in whatever it is, like say I'm looking for a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, okay, and I source this and I put this thing on there for $200, okay, and eBay says that they suggest it at 5%, and I go in there and I put it at 5.1%. Now it is a promoted listing. So what I will do is I will double check and see where it's at, where it stands, and I will go back into eBay and I will just type in Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus.
Oh, you check to see where it shows up in the search ranking?
Yes. And 9 times out of 10,
I had it up on the screen. I never took it down. That's a pro tip.
if you will do that and you will see where it's at, you will see whether or not it was promoted to the first page. Gotcha. Because a lot of people will not go past that first page whenever they're looking for a product.
Well, that's the other issue too, right? That's why you want activity in your account. That's why, I mean, I talked to some resellers, like, we're talking about replenishable. You want that activity. So, you know, maybe you do get something that's, you're making $3-4, but if it turns over relatively quickly and you can buy quantities of it, activity in your account. And like I said, you're doing offers to watchers. Again, that's activity in your account. You have best offers, that's activity. Cassini loves that activity, and it lists up your listings in the search rankings.
That's right. And if you got this thing on the first page, like I said, me personally, if I'm buying something off eBay or Amazon or anywhere like that, I'm going to type in what it is I'm looking for. I'm going to type in, I want the best deal possible. And I'm going to search that first page. But 9 times out of 10, I won't never make it to that second page of listings.
You're usually like on the 3rd or 4th page, or typically, or?
No, I'm usually on the first page.
Usually on the first page when you're just going a little bit. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. And the reason is because
that's how much to consider that, because I never thought that would make that much difference.
Oh yeah, it does. It makes a lot of difference.
So if you use the suggested listing and just tweak it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and I know a lot of people,
that's a super tip. I wasn't aware of that. I never heard that. You're the first person that ever said that to me.
A lot of people will say, "Oh yeah, I promote all my stuff at 2% or 1%."
That's why I want to ask you what your philosophy is. Yep.
And that's okay. I mean, if you're happy with that, you're making sales and you're cool with it, whatever, it's fine. But me personally, whenever I list something, it's being listed to sell. And I've had people.
Do you need a good sitting in the bin or on the shelf or whatever in your house?
Yeah, the longer it sits there, the more dust it collects, and the more I have to clean it before I can package it. So let's get rid of it. Let's sell it. And but I've had people say, you know, I don't even do promoted listings.
Well, that's just, I shouldn't call people foolish, but in my mind, it's just foolish.
Well,
I shouldn't say that, but that's how I feel. My opinion.
To me, do you want to sell it or do you want to keep it?
1 or 2%, at least you get a double listing. You get your, what's another listing? Again, I'm going to try doing what you're saying. I'm absolutely going to try that.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's helped me out a ton, and I got to thinking about it one day. I was like, you know what? If everybody out there is doing the suggested listing, then why can't I boost mine a little bit higher than theirs? It's whatever I'm willing to pay.
Add your listing price. That's all, to cover the cost of the promoted listing.
Say something costs $10 and it's 2% to list it. Okay, so you're going to pay 20 cents to list it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or no, $10, 22.
Math isn't required on this show, so don't worry about it.
Math is not required. Oh, say it's $2 to list it. Okay.
Right.
And what is 20 cents more if you're going to list it for 2.2% or 2.5%? Or you see what I'm saying? Yeah,
absolutely.
If would you spend the extra 20 cents to make $9 profit
and get on the first page of search rankings too?
And you get it on the first page.
The 5th page.
Yes, exactly. Something else that helps you get it on the first page is if you will go do the search whenever you're listing a product. Say I'm listing this phone. What I do is I will go to the first page of solds. Okay. I will type in the phone, and then up at the top it says filter. And like if you're doing it on your phone, it says filter. On the left side of the screen, if you're doing it on your computer, you can go down there and you can click sold items, and it will bring up all the ones that have sold. and you can see exactly how much they're selling for. So that gives you how much price you need to price it at.
Right.
So what I do is I go to one of the solds and I sell similar or sell one like this. And if you'll go down below the picture, it'll say sell one like this. You click right there, and then it will bring up their listing for the product. Right. And you go in there and you fill it out, and you put the pictures of your phone, and you put in all the item specifics and everything of yours, and then you sell one like theirs because it's already sold. You know it works because they sold theirs. So if you will do that, or you will go to the ones that have like 10 viewed per hour, or 1 viewed per hour, or 50 viewed per hour. Whenever you go to that listing, if it says 50 viewed per hour, then that means that listing is getting a lot of views, and it's got more potential to sell faster. I bought some Harley Davidson t-shirts, and that's what I done is I bought 38 t-shirts for $7 at a yard sale, brand new, had tags on them. They were fantastic. And I started selling.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, I was selling them for $17 a piece.
Wow, that's a hell of a deal.
And what I done is I went and I found I just typed in Harley Davidson t-shirt. Right. And the very first listing that come up, it had a variety of variations listing. Right. So I just sold one like his and created my listings off of his platform, off of the way
I got what I was running into. I don't know where you're going with this. Again, that's again of having people on the show. That's why I like having people on the show to share their experience and their tips. That's one of the things. Sell similar. Find out the ones that are selling already sold. Yeah. Check the current prices right now, but find out the ones that have sold, and read their listings, and you can copy and paste and just modify a little bit and just put your own pictures in.
Yeah, that's right.
The reason it's sold a lot of times it's the title and the description, and or the pictures. Take good pictures. But I mean that's kind of half the battle is just having the proper title.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you will get the right title, the right description, and you will promote it at the right price, you will be on the front page of everybody's scrolling. Whenever they get logged on and they're looking for your product, the number one thing is you have to get that product in front of the right person at the right time at the right price. Right. And if you can do that, you can make the sale. Okay. And there's just little tips and tricks and things like that you can find, and that you can do your research and study up on and learn how to do it. That way you can make the sale. Because like I said, I went from 500 products down to 242 products. And my biggest problem is I need more products. I can't.
That's a good problem to have. You're selling stuff so quickly. I mean, I'm sure most of us would like to have that problem.
And I've had a lot of people say, man, how do you do it? And I'm like, I'm trying to show you how I do it. I'll tell you everything that I can, because that's what I want to do. There is enough room on eBay and Amazon and all of these different things that I can source whatever I can find. You can source whatever you can find, and we're not going to sell the same thing. And we can all sell and make money together. And I can share my tips and tricks with you guys, and you can share your tips and tricks with me, and we can all make money together. The world is just going to get bigger. Right. Reselling is just going to grow, especially with COVID and all that stuff that's going on right now. People are more self-conscious about going out in the public, so they would be doing more online shopping. Absolutely. And if you give the opportunity,
Amazon made this year's numbers already. Last quarter in December, they already made this year's numbers already. Yeah, that's how much buying they're doing. It's crazy.
And I mean, it makes sense if you're going to get into reselling, now's the time. Don't wait.
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Couple quick things. You said you're selling quite a amount of different platforms. Do you do cross posting? Do you manually do it? Do you use software? How do you do your cross posting?
I do everything manually.
Do everything manually? Wow.
I do everything.
You sell on about 4 different platforms. Well, you sell on Amazon too, but
I sell on Amazon.
Bonanza automatically does eBay, so
yeah.
Are you doing Macquarie,
Facebook? I've got a list that I go by every morning.
Right.
So
that's a lot of work if you're doing it manually. Have you tried any of the cross posting softwares?
I have not actually. I've got a few ideas of what I wanted to try. Okay. But until I learn how that platform works and do research on it, then I mean, I'm the kind of person that I research everything before I jump into
Absolutely, absolutely.
it. And that's,
I mean, if you're doing that kind of volume and you're on those various platforms, I would definitely look into it. I
yeah,
mean, there's pluses and minuses on the various. I mean, I'm going to have Sharon on, and some of the other sellers I've had on. They've talked about cross-posting software. There's pluses and minuses. Maggie
yeah,
Dew, who's a friend of mine and usually watches the replay. She has her I call it choir practice, not really a choir. It's like they have like sing-alongs or whatever. Maggie,
yeah,
I'm probably doing what you're doing, but they have like the group where they practice every Wednesday. Virtually now anyway, so she still watch the replay. But she was doing like a Vendu, I think it was called. It was a Chrome extension, and now she's using List Perfectly. So again, there's pluses and minuses to all the different softwares.
yeah. List Perfectly. That's the one I'm gonna look into it because it's one that's been recommended to me several times.
Right.
And I just hadn't had a chance because I'm busy and trying to get everything done. But yeah, like if something happens and I make a sale on Amazon, before I ship it out or before I do anything else, I go to eBay and take it offline.
Well, that's the other thing. I'd be very careful with that.
Yeah, because the last thing I want to do is sell it on both platforms.
And they don't have to ship it, right?
Yeah, and then if something happens, and that does happen because I have had it happen before, sell the product on both platforms at the exact same time, then what I do is I go to eBay, and because 9 times out of 10 I make more money on Amazon with it, then I'll go to eBay and I send a message to the buyer and say, hey, look, I just sold this item twice and I only have one of them and I no longer have it in stock. Is there any way you want me to cancel this order? And if the customer says, yes, please cancel my order, then I will refund your money, or I will tell them, look, as soon as you cancel the order, I will refund your money, and you won't be out anything. I'm sorry. It's been taken care of. I will take care of you. And then the customer will turn around and say, yes, please cancel my order. Then whenever you go in there to cancel the order from eBay, your customer has requested that you cancel the order because you done spoke with them. And then you can.
That's a tip I tell, and a lot of even experienced resellers forget that. And I always tell them, give them a choice. I mean, I was in sales for like almost 30 years.
Yeah.
So what you do is you give them, either or close. You say, would you like 20% off? My bane of my life is jeans. So anyway, I'll use jeans as an example. So I say, would you like to purchase another pair of women's jeans at 25% off, or would you prefer that I just cancel the order?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they're going to say, just cancel the order. And even if they say, I'll buy something else, you can still cancel the order, and they're going to buy something else. So it's a win-win. You got to remember to do that, guys. You don't want the dings on your account.
That's right. If you go into eBay and you cancel that account, then you've got the customer saying, and you don't get the red flag thrown up on your account.
Right. You don't get the ding on your account.
Yeah.
Wendy had a question, and that was I was trying to do. I tried to keep this around an hour, guys. So I figured I would just open it up to a few more questions. And I had like one more thing I was going to ask Trent. I had asked him pre-chat. We talked about maybe if you have any websites or apps that you use that are maybe different than some other resellers might use. And I want to open it up to some last-minute questions for Trent. If you have any questions for Trent, I think Trent really brought it today, guys. So I hope to have Trent on maybe 3, 4, 5 months from now. Bring him back on again. He's a lot of knowledge, and he's very generous with this time. So I tell you guys, I try to keep it around an hour. So if you have any questions, bring them up in the chat, and we'll answer them. And hopefully, we're going to have Trent on again in the future. Wendy was saying their thoughts. Wendy, again, I don't use this, and most of you probably know I'm a moderator for Casey, the Rockstar Flipper, and I don't want to speak out of school because I'm not 100% certain. I know you're not allowed to use the bots to share your posts on Poshmark. I'm not exactly sure about List Perfectly and using those apps. I don't know. You would obviously know more than I would about with Poshmark. I don't sell on Poshmark. It may or may not. I would contact List Perfectly directly and ask them about that. The ladies apparently are very nice ladies. They were at eBay Open, and Casey has a nice relationship. You can even drop Casey, excuse me, just rockstarflipper@gmail.com. Maybe send Casey an email.
Yeah,
and they'll be able to address that. I don't want to speak out of school if I don't know the answer. I mean, like I discussed earlier, if we don't know the answer, we're not going to say it. We'll research and get back to you, but I'm not going to say something if I don't know the answer. That's not how I operate.
That's right. And I can't help you with Poshmark too much neither because I don't sell on Poshmark. So
I would send Casey or send the ladies that List Perfectly. I would send them an email. You reach out to Casey at rockstarflipper@gmail.com, and I'm sure Casey will get back to you in a timely fashion. He's very good about getting back to people.
That's right.
Were there any other questions in the chat before we close things down, guys? Like I said, I want to don't want to waste. I don't want to say waste your time. I don't want to keep, Trent has a lot of work to do, and I try to keep the show around an hour. So, appreciate you guys all being here. Any other questions in the chat? Sharon, did I miss anything? Any questions possibly I may have missed?
Something else, guys. I put both of my links to both of my channels in the chat. So if you get a chance, go check out Encouragement by Trent. It's just short 15, 20-second clips of me giving you inspiration to tackle your dreams. Whatever it is you're going through, if you're going through a hard time and you're down and depressed, then go watch my videos. And I've tried to uplift your spirit and to give you motivation to do whatever it is that you need to do, and to realize that every day that you get out of bed and you can put your feet flat on the floor and you have breath in your lungs, it's going to be a good day. I know that there's a lot of people that are going through a lot of hardships and hard times right now, especially with all that's going on in the world. And there's a lot of people that's laid off and they're wondering how they're going to make ends meet and all that kind of stuff. Just remember that if you are brought to the situation, that you are an overcomer and you can do it. And if you ever need to talk to anybody, my door's always open and I'm willing to talk to anybody about anything. So that's the Encouragement by Trent channel. The Thrifty Pickers channel, if you like watching sourcing videos, if you like learning how to ship products, if you need information on anything that has to do with reselling and eBay and Amazon and places like that, then go check out my channel. And that's exactly what we do, is we help people out. So that's who I am, guys. I enjoy and I love helping people grow and realize that everything's going to be okay. We're going to make it.
And again, most of Trent's links are in the chat. I listed both his YouTube channels. I listed his Instagram. I listed his Facebook page, and I think I listed his Twitter as well. So most of his contacts are in my description already. So I'm sure quite a few of you already know Trent and follow him. Just a reminder, guys, please make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out. I've been doing this for over 3 years now, guys. I think I have pretty good content, at least my humble opinion. I try to have great resellers on like Trent. If you know any other resellers that might be interested in doing a show, please reach out to me. I know Sharon's been sharing my links. Very easy. It's the channel's name without the apostrophe at gmail.com. So it's adamsexploits@gmail.com. And I have Instagram, Adams_exploits, again, without the apostrophe on Instagram. So just reach out to me. And I have a reselling Facebook group, Reselling Rhythms. And I also have a Adams Exploits Facebook page. So there's plenty of ways to get a hold of me. Again, if you're a reseller, you want to be on the show, or you know somebody that might be interested in the show, reach out to me. I'd be very happy to have them on. I'm always looking for new people to be on the show. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Appreciate you all. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Real quick, if you ever want to catch me live, 2 places you can do it. You can do it Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. Eastern till whenever on the Cajun Roots Resellers channel. It's his channel, but I'm a co-host on there with him. You can always catch me live there. And also you can catch me live on the Thrifty Pickers link on Mondays at 5 o'clock. Okay. Central Standard Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 6 o'clock Eastern on the Thrifty Pickers. I go live for about an hour and just talk about whatever people want to talk about. So if you want to ask me questions, then you're more than welcome to jump in the chat with me and I will answer everything I can. So, okay, I'm ready. If you're ready.
Okay, yeah, Sharon shared your links as well. Again, I had them in my description. Sharon's for Sharon. I'm doing a great job. Appreciate you being here. Again, if guys, if you have any questions for myself or for Trent, feel free to put them in the comments. If I have to see a question that's for Trent, I'll make sure I forward it to Trent, and he'll get back to you in a timely fashion. Guys, I'm more than likely going to have a guest on next Wednesday, if not the following Wednesday. And I'm hoping to have Sharon on the Wednesday after that to discuss her reselling business, Facebook Marketplace business. And Sharon is an expert on shipping, so we all need lessons on shipping. Appreciate you guys being here, guys. See you next Wednesday. Take care now.
Bye, y'all.